Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's new review day here on the channel each and every Wednesday. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new album from a band that's been around now for almost 30 years. Not quite 30 years. Not quite. Getting there, though. And this is, they got a lot of studio albums. I don't know exactly what number this is, but this is their new one. It's Gov't Mule, by the way. It's Peace Like a River. Of course, you got the kind of Lego cover. What's interesting is that until I actually looked it up on the spine, I just thought it was called Like a River. Gov't Mule Like a River, because it's ... like a river, but it doesn't really say peace anywhere else. Right? Nowhere else. But then you see there, it's called Peace Like a River. Okay? So let's take a look at this here. It's Digipack 2-disc set. You also get a bonus EP here as well. So here on the inside, I guess peace is like a river, right? Peace, peaceful, right? Lots of pieces here. There we go. The peace sign. Oh, that's it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense now. So the peace sign is in the wheel there, in the wheel mill. All right, so that makes sense. Peace like a river. All the lyrics. More Lego stuff. There are the guys in the band. All right, of course, the band is none other than Warren Haynes, guitars and vocals, Matt Apst on drums, Danny Lewis on keyboards, trumpet, trombone, backing vocals, orchestrations, additional programming, little bits of guitar, Jorgen Carlson on bass, percussion, and backing vocals, a little 12-string guitar. He has just left the band, by the way. I just read that today. A long-time bassist in the band. He's left. They've got a brand new bass player to go out on tour now, which is a shame because this might be my favorite album as far as he is concerned with his bass playing, because he is all over this album. We got some special guests on here. We got Billy Gibbons, vocals on a track. You got Billy Bob Thornton, vocals on another track. You got Celise, vocals on a song. You've got Ivan Neville, vocals on another track. What else? Ruthie Foster, vocals on another track. Get additional musicians. Let's see. Anybody of note here? And the writing is like microscopic. I'm struggling with trying to read all this stuff. There's a whole bunch of guys on percussion and things like that show up throughout the album, and other odds and ends, trombone and horns and things like that. So this contains Peace Like a River, as well as a bonus disc, which is located in here, okay, and that is called Time of the Signs, okay, and that gives you an additional 5 tracks, including one song that's on the original on the main album, but instead of Billy Bob Thornton singing, you've got Warren Haynes singing the lead vocals, and that song is called The River Only Flows One Way. Okay, so long album. It's like 75 or 76 minutes long, so you got a lot of bang for your buck here. Plus, you've got the additional 5 tracks, and that's another like 30 minutes. So with the regular album and with the bonus EP, you've got well over 90 minutes of music here. And the cost of the CD is very minimal when you really think about it. So if you're ready for lots more Gov't Mule music, go check it out. Produced by Warren Haynes and John Paterno. So for those of you who've been following the band in more recent years, this actually follows up fairly quickly after Heavy Load Blues, which came out just a couple short years ago, and apparently this was recorded right around the same time as that album, so during the COVID time, right? So, but it ironically doesn't sound really all that much like that album. That album was much more blues focused. Good album, I enjoyed it quite a bit. This has much more variety, and it's funny because when I first got this album, and the first time I listened to it, I was like, okay, it's pretty good. But one of the first things I said to myself, it's like, wow, I know it's been a long time, but I really miss those like early Gov't Mule trio albums, right? Where it's just power trio, bluesy, southern, heavy rock stuff, right? And I know it's been a long time since then. Many, many years. Like I said, you were going close to 30 years of Gov't Mule, is 28 or 27, something like that. And, I get it. They're a different band, different, obviously Alan Woody's no longer around. Now they have a keyboard player. They generally have horn players show up and all that kind of stuff. And Warren's mellowed a little bit over the years. But after like the second, third, and fourth listen to this album, kind of hearing all sorts of good things here and just reminding myself why I really like all the Gov't Mule albums that have come out over the years, because they all have lots of different flavors. And yeah, I know like the Mule stuff is now starting to sound a little similar to what Warren does in his solo band. There's lots of kind of funk and blues and little bits of R&B, and there's little bits of jam, and there's some heavy rock in here as well. But the Mule, whereas you maybe could have called them like kind of one-dimensional early on, not that I minded that at all, because I love the early Mule heavy rock, guitar heavy stuff, right? But now they're doing all these sort of things. And that's what makes them so cool. They kind of fit and slot anywhere. So a lot of tracks. You got a dozen tracks on the main album. Like I said, it's about 75 minutes long. Little bits of everything. I love Same As It Ever Was, which is the opening track. That's really, really good. Really catchy. It's nearly 7 minutes long. There's some great guitar playing in it. Some good acoustic work in there as well. It's got good hooks on the chorus. It's gutsy. It's just kind of funky, guitar-y, southern rock, I guess. Hard to really say what it is. Shake Our Way Out features Billy Gibbons on co-vocals. That's really good. Just good, heavy blues rocker. Great stuff. Then you got May My Peace and Peace I Need. So again, this whole kind of concept of peace here. Made My Peace is 9 minutes long. That's really, really cool song. It's kind of moody and atmospheric and bluesy, and great guitar work from Warren as always. And a lot of really good organ work on this particular album from Mr. Lewis. And like I said, I really, really like Jørgen Carlson's bass work on this entire album. You really hear him quite a bit. Really, really good. So those are some really good songs. Your Only Friend, that's a little on the mellow side. Not crazy about that one. But Dreaming Out Loud is lots of fun. Head Full of Thunder, excellent. The River Only Flows One Way, that again features Billy Bob Thornton. That's kind of weird, kind of funky, kind of swampy. Not 100% sure what I feel about that song yet. It's kind of trippy too, kind of psychedelic. It's good. It's just I'm still getting used to that one. After the Storm, excellent. That might be one of my favorite songs on the album. Nice Hammond organ, heavy riffing, really good. Just Across the River, more kind of like a southern rock time thing. And then A Long Time Coming and Gone Too Long, which are the last two tracks on there. More mid-paced, atmospheric, moody, bluesy. Gone Too Long is a pretty good track. That's also kind of long. A lot of really long tracks on here. I mean, the bulk of the songs are like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes long, which is the reason why the album is so long. And then on the EP, Time of the Signs EP, you get a song called Stumble Bum, which is kind of funky, kind of fun. Got horns all throughout this album, bits and places. Really, really nice. Under the Tent, Time Stands Still. Those are okay. Nothing spectacular. But then you got Blue Blue Wind, which is a really cool, jazzy, bluesy piece, kind of dark. It sounds to me, just think of like, when I was listening to this, what I immediately thought of. Think of Duane Allman doing a little slow, dark blues with Miles Davis. Because it's basically just kind of like gritty electric slide guitar and trumpet. Really good. Might be, again, one of my favorite songs of everything that's on display here. And then, of course, like I said, you got The River Only Flows One Way, which is just with Warren on vocals. Basically the same song, but just with him singing, no Billy Bob Thornton. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really interesting, good stuff on here. There's a lot of material on here. I actually... I was going to review this earlier. I needed like an extra couple of days with this because it's just so much here. It's like, so I kept listening. And I think my impression of the album has gotten better with each listen, because it just, the more you listen, the more you think about it. It's like it's got all these elements that personally I love so much about Gov't Mule. I think the world of Warren Haynes. I think he's one of our true musical treasures. Great singer, great guitar player, great songwriter. He's fully on display here as always. And yeah, do I wish more of this rocked a little bit more? Sure. But there's plenty of rock on here. There's some cool funk on here. There's some jam on here. There's southern rock on here. There's blues on here. There's a little bit of jazz on here. It's really eclectic. Might be a little too eclectic for some. I don't know. But it's classy stuff as always. What to rate it is also kind of difficult for me, because there are, a bunch of Gov't Mule albums that I still to this day listen to a lot and love a lot, and those to me are 4.5, 5-star albums. I don't think this is quite that, but I would have no issue with giving this a 3.5 out of 5 star. 3.5 is really solid. There's some great tracks on here. There's some filler. There's a lot of material on here, so there's a couple tracks that are like, okay, not spectacular, but I will say to anybody who's watching, the ones you should definitely go check out first, same as it ever was, is Dynamite. After the Storm is Dynamite. Blue Blue Wind is great. Shake Our Way Out is also really good. That's got Billy Gibbons on it. And the 2 Peace songs are excellent too. Made My Peace and Peace I Need. Those are probably my favorite tracks right now. Head Full of Thunder is really good too, but those are the main ones you should go checking out right off the bat. Really good. Peace is like a river, I guess. That's what Warren's trying to tell us. So go check it out. The brand new one from Gov't Mule. Peace Like a River. If you've heard it already, let us know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't, go check it out. Go listen to it. Come back. Let us know what you think. All right, and we'll see you here. Should have another couple more for you here today. Originally, I was thinking you'd only get about 2 or 3 today, but I'm thinking might get about 5 today. So we're going to try and keep it at the high volume like we've been doing the last couple of weeks, because I've been doing a little bit extra listening, and I got so many to get to. So the more I can crank out each week, the better. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks for all your help and support there. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you real soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching here on Wednesdays. More to come. Till then, we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.